And today I'm going to install a new carburetor here on this Toro recycler, the latest one I got, 22-inch, with the 7.0 gross torque Briggs & Stratton engine, 190cc. And this is model 20333 with the blade engagement feature, personal pace. And the owner had put in a new carburetor and had totally stripped out or lost the shoulder bolt and put in a bolt that shouldn't be there. And that governor fan is not operating like it should. He also was missing the governor fan spring, which I replaced, but this engine's revving very high. So we're going to put a new carburetor in. Let me show you this carburetor and see if we can correct this problem. And this is the new carburetor we're going to install today. It's an auto choke. That's the auto choke feature there. And this bolt hole is stripped out of this new carburetor the owner had put on there. And he evidently lost parts. He lost the shoulder bolt, and he put in a different kind of bolt and just stripped all this out. So this governor fan is not working like it should. There's just really no fix to that carburetor. So we're going to put this on there and see if we can get this to run like it should. And this new carburetor also includes a new O-ring that mounts in here, which mounts against the engine, as well as a new gasket. And this should be fairly quick. We just need to remove the air filter cover here to start, and the Toro decorative cover to get access to the carburetor. And we're first going to start with safety here. We're going to remove the spark plug boot and get this out of the way. And now we're going to remove the air filter cover. And now we'll remove the Toro decorative cover. And now we can see the linkage here. You can see they got the wrong bolt in here on this governor fan. We're going to put the correct shoulder bolt in there. I think this may be moving too freely, causing it to over rev. They were also missing this governor fan spring, which I had already replaced. So now let's take off the remaining part of the air filter cover here. And there are 3 5/16" bolts that will need to come out to remove this air filter cleaner. And I've clamped off the fuel line here, so that fuel line's ready to come out. And you can see this bolt here now. It actually had a nut on there that has now fell off with me cutting the grass with it. So this fan is definitely not operating like it should. Let's get the governor fan off. The screw here probably just pull right out. And then we can get the linkage and the carburetor off. And this is the correct shoulder bolt that should have gone in this governor fan. They must have lost it and put in this screw here, which is not allowing the fan to move like it should. So we're going to correct that on the new carburetor, plus these threads are stripped out. And now we just need to remove the carburetor. There are 2 3/8" bolts here. And once we drop that down, we can get the linkage out. And now that old carburetor is off with the stripped out shoulder bolt. And just comparing to make sure they look identical, and they do. So we also got a new O-ring we're going to put in here. And there is a new gasket for the air filter cover that goes with this kit as well. And I got the new O-ring in there, so we're ready to reinstall this brand new carburetor on here. And the new carburetor is installed with the linkage. Now we just need to reinstall the governor fan with the correct shoulder bolt. And we'll go ahead and put the fuel line on and make sure it doesn't leak. And that is a good sign, it's not leaking. Now we just need to reinstall the auto choke feature with the correct shoulder bolt. So we've already got that little notch in there, and we just need to tighten this down. And this is a 1/4 inch bolt here. And we're just tightening down the shoulder bolt. And that moves like it should. Very smooth. Now we just need to reassemble the air filter cover, get the decorative cover back on, and we'll give this Toro a start. And we made everything right again on this Toro with this carburetor. And we'll put the decorative cover back on. And this will be our first start here by putting the new carburetor here on this Toro. We're going to put the spark plug boot back on. Took off for safety. Carburetor's not leaking. Got the correct shoulder bolt in there. And the governor fan should work like it ought to now. Let's give it a start here. Here we go. There we go. That sounds better right away. Still a little bit noisy. Let's engage the blade. Got a bit of a metallic sound. But at least the governor fan is working like it should. Just try to restart this. Started first time with that new carburetor. Had very good luck with these aftermarket carburetors. Nice looking Toro. Still doesn't sound quite right, but it's good enough for me to use in my yard.